I am Taylor Marzell. I am the Associate City Clerk for the City of Valdosta. I am from Louisiana. I actually attended high school in McDonough, Georgia. So after that, I went to school in Augusta, and then I came to Valdosta for my master's. I grew up in a strong Christian background. Church was front row, front pew with my grandmother every Sunday. I grew up in a Christian-based family, but it wasn't until later that I really got it. Somewhere along the lines in moving to Valdosta, I really was trying to understand what my purpose was in life, my purpose here in Valdosta. My community was far. So I had community, but it wasn't really community here, if that makes sense. I still heavily relied on my college friends or maybe my family. I was still heavily relying on that and not knowing that I needed to burst or, get in partnership with new groups, new community, and community is important. But at that time, I didn't know. I'm like, nah, I'll just be this little new girl on the block and be quiet and, go to work, come home, go to school, come home, that type of thing. I think during that part, I didn't have the community that I knew that I needed. If I was just getting up, going to work, going to school, doing just the regular things. Sometimes I would feel like eating, sometimes I wouldn't feel like eating. I didn't want to be around people all the time. And I didn't know what that was because, again, that wasn't like me. So that was a really difficult season, a difficult time. And it just seemed like I was walking on eggshells all the time during that season. And I just kept wondering, why me? What's going on? This is not Taylor. What did I do to end up here? After school one day, after one of my classes, I connected with someone who is now a dear friend of mine. She just happened to invite me to her church, which was Crosspoint. She said, hey, I've been going here for such and such, and, I love it, so I would like to invite you. I walked in, and the welcome team, they were greeting me, and they just had warm smiles, open arms, just great spirits, and immediately I felt the presence of God there. So then once I proceeded to listen to the word and listen to Pastor David's teaching that day and Sundays to follow after, and it was just like maybe 4 Sundays, maybe not even that long after that, I was like, okay, this is home. This is my home away from home. And I had been searching for that for so long. It was just like a shock through my body. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I'm ready. It was that was the moment. I'm ready. What do I need to do? Where do I start? At that time, I really was like, okay, God, I'm all in. And I just had a hunger. As the Sundays progressed and we did different things, I got involved in, going to different life groups and even trying to get involved and do different things within the church, serve day and things like that. Let's see, Taylor, how else Jesus is trying to use you. I love seeing my life group. Even if we're not always together, we're always checking on one another, praying for one another. And that's something that I love being a part of because to have someone praying for you and not to know exactly what it is, or just to have a group of everyone trying to aim to do the right things and even just living day to day, working honest people. It's so good to meet up, talk, love, and just do different things together, just growing in the word all together. I knew then that everything wasn't going to be perfect, but a life with Jesus was better. And having peace with him was much better than, just living without him. And I could tell the difference in my life then. And even just me being who I am, my purpose, my personality, I can tell a difference in who Taylor is now rather than who she was then. Your mission, your goal, and your purpose in life is bigger than what you can see, but it's all for the glory of God. And are you serving him the manner that you should be? Are you doing the things that you should be doing? Are you loving your neighbor? Are you doing just the certain things that you should be doing and living life righteous? Because some days I'm still like, Taylor, wow, you're doing what you love to do. You're doing and making a difference within the community, but you still feel like there's more. And I really do feel like there's more, only because God has a fire in me like, Taylor, you could be doing this. You should be doing this. Get out of that shell. So Having community away is fine, but I needed a community here.